This is one of my favorite places in Rhode Island because it is 100% fully accessible, and I was their first welding student in a wheelchair. So it is accessible and everybody can do everything. So this is the place to be. So what better place to choose to launch our brand new initiative, the RAMP Stamp of Approval. This is going to help. It's going to be a tremendous step forward for the disability community because we are going to identify and highlight and promote in a positive way every business in Rhode Island that is 100% fully accessible, and we're giving them some grant money and some tax breaks to do the work. So this is going to be a groundbreaker for everybody. So let's get this show on the road. We have amazing speakers that all believe in accessibility, and they're all my champions. So we are going to kick this off with none other than our Lieutenant Governor Sabina Matos.
T, hold up, your back tire.
I know, that's what I'm trying to think. Which way do I gotta go?
All right. You're good, you're clear.
You're good? All right, I'm going to just come and sneak over here in between you guys. That's okay?
Okay.
So I can move that. I'm just gonna come right back here. I'm not gonna run anybody over. I promise.
Good morning.
I will not run you over.
Thank you so much, all of you, for being here. I walked through here and I was like, only Tina can get like 4 mayors to show up from different cities and towns. But thank you, all of you that are here to support Tina's work. It has been a pleasure for me working with her because every time I see a business that reaches out to me and tells me, I would like to make my business more accessible, what should I do? The first thing I do is put that in contact with Tina. And as she always says, she will roll over by their business and let them know what needs to change. And she doesn't charge the businesses anything for the work that she does. And it's so important because you're ensuring that our businesses are accessible to everyone, that our nonprofit organizations are accessible to everyone. And it's such a pleasure to see that the Steelyard is 100% accessible for individuals with disability. Howie, thank you for the work that you do. You know that my heart always goes back to Olneyville and this neighborhood, Olneyville Valley and Ward 15. And just to see what you have accomplished in this place, thinking back at the beginning, it's just amazing. I want to thank the leaders that decided that it was important to be here to show you support. Thank you, Secretary Amore. Thank you, Treasurer Diossa. Thank you, Mayor Smiley, Mayor Lombardi, and we also had Mayor Da Silva who had to go. This is elected officials that have been here in supporting, and Secretary Amore probably is going to give us, I always love hearing Secretary Amore because he always gives us the historic perspective on it. So we have a lineup of speakers that I want you to hear from. Something that I want you to know, if you don't know already, today's Tina's birthday.
Yes.
So, we always celebrate you. So I'm going to let the program to continue to move. We have citation also for Tina, but I think we're going to do it at the end so that way we can get all the speakers. And it's truly my honor and pleasure to introduce the Secretary of State, Secretary Amore.
Good morning, happy birthday, Tina, and to my colleagues in government. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor, General Treasurer Diossa, Mayor Smiley, Mayor Lombardi, Director. Nice to see you, Jimmy. So I'll give you some history.
Yes.
I was recently in Washington, D.C., and the FDR Memorial is a magnificent memorial, but it depicts him as he was as president, and the chair he was in, which had embedded wheels, was intended to deceive the public so that they did not know that he had a disability. And how far have we come since 1945 when we are now making sure that places are accessible to all and that we are serving all equally. And so I tell Tina this all the time, so I'll say it here again today. Every time I enter a building now, and Eileen Sweeney is our Director of Outreach, we talk about this. We say, is this an accessible building? Can we point these folks in the direction of Tina to make sure she can help them with the accessibility? And so this RAMP stamp of approval is really important. And so we have about 50 or 60 people here today. All of the people here today, no business owners, no places in their communities, reach out to them, tell them this is an important sticker to have in their window because it sends a clear message that accessibility is really important. And you can be part of this effort to increase accessibility around the state. So it's an honor to be here, and it's an honor to introduce the General Treasurer, James Diossa.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. It's great to be here with Lieutenant Governor, Mayor Smiley, Mayor Lombardi, Kasim Yarn, Jim Bennett, and but more importantly, here to be with the rock star, Tina. Obviously, we all know it's her birthday today, but I'm very supportive of this initiative. You know, one thing that I learned yesterday was that some of our beaches in Rhode Island are not handicap accessible, and so that's something that I learned today. And we had a meeting yesterday to talk about the Rhode Island ABLE program that's run out of my office and trying to get more people with disabilities enrolled into the savings program so that they can help out with long-term expenses in the future. But I'm here to support because, you know, why wouldn't we support this initiative? I think it helps businesses in the long run. By making their businesses more accessible, that means more people can come in and everyone can benefit from a good meal, but also the benefits of revenue and giving accessibility to all. So I want to call on the businesses to make their businesses available, participate in this program, and see this program grow even more. So I want to thank you, Tina, for keeping me in mind. I look forward to continue working with you on the ABLE initiative. And it is my pleasure now to call the one and only Mayor of Providence, Brett Smiley.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you, Howie, for hosting us and for leading by example here at the Steelyard. And to my colleagues in government, thank you for joining together. We should be asking ourselves, which of our colleagues do we need to also enlist in this effort? Because I know that we all show up regularly for Tina and for the community, but we need everyone to help with this effort. I also have a couple of colleagues in city government that are here with me today. Sue Robio, who runs our Office of Senior Services, Dr. Silas Pinto from the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging Department, and Mike Matrasha from the Providence Police Department. We are working across city government, whether it's our age-friendly PVD plan, our work through DEI, to make sure that Providence is accessible to all, whether they be older residents, new arrivals, and everyone in between. And so, you know, we've got a lot to be proud of in Providence. Last summer, we, for example, were able to make sure that every pool in the city of Providence has an accessible lift chair so that everyone can enjoy the pools in Providence and our rec centers in the summer. We're making great strides on the actual rec centers themselves to make sure that every child and family can enjoy recreational opportunities in the capital city. But also all of our city buildings are going through accessibility reviews, and we've been really enjoyed our partnership with Tina Godet and everything that she's done. As I think about Providence, in addition to those who live and work here today, we also, as the capital city, have hundreds of thousands of people who come to our great city. And we know that those who come to our great city come with different abilities, and we want to make sure that they can enjoy our city and walk away with an incredible experience. Whether it's the important events that happen at the Convention Center Authority, big events at the AMP, our amazing arts and cultural amenities, we want to make sure that Providence has a reputation as being a leader in accessibility, and this new ramp business sticker will help us send that signal to visitors near and far. And so we are a partner with you in this work. We are committed to continuing to do everything we can. I know Jimmy Bennett and the Commerce Corporation and business leaders like Anthony Santurri will help us lead by example, and look forward to seeing these stickers pop up all over Providence and around Rhode Island. It is through, I think, former mayor of Central Falls would agree, through local leadership that a lot of this stuff happens, and so it's a pleasure to introduce one of the great local leaders here in the state of Rhode Island, Mayor Charles Lombardi.
So it gives me great pleasure to be here this morning. How do you not support this young lady? What an inspiration. But I think about my younger years and how this has affected my family. And if accessibility was what it is today, or what it's going to be with everyone's support here, So I lived on the second floor of a 3-family home on Ledge Street in the city of Providence. And my cousin, we had just come home from the beach, and it was maybe about midnight. Boom. What's going on? She was stricken with polio. And the only thing I can tell you now remembering is that because of the lack of accessibility, carrying that young lady everywhere we went, we were a very, very close family. And I say and I think about what you do here, Tina, that thank God of your initiative. And the only thing I can tell you is that not only the businesses, but I think we need to make sure that, you know, the homes need to be addressed as far as accessibility also. We are committed to work with you, and I, as the mayor of the town of Providence, but also as the president of the Rhode Island League of Cities and Towns, we have talked with you. We're as far away as the phone. Any initiative that we need to be part of, you need to just pick up the phone.
Or roll in the office.
Roll in the office. But the only thing I can say, I think on behalf of all of us, God bless you. Thank you for what you do. Introduce my good friend, another fella that's as short as I am, Kasim Yarn.
Thank you. Good morning.
Morning.
This is truly a celebration. And I'm very also mindful too of the historicness of today's event. But also mindful too as well of Memorial Day weekend. Those that have sacrificed all for the sake of others. And how do we put that in, articulate that today, but also to taking those lessons of the past and move it forward to continue to instill hope for those that can't necessarily speak up for themselves. That is a tremendous opportunity for us to advocate for others when they can't advocate for themselves, or the perception that they can't advocate for themselves. We have to be that constant voice, that beacon. The governor always talks about 39 cities and towns working together. That epitomizes this group here. All 39 cities and towns. And you know you're at the right place when you see these gentlemen and these ladies here together, working together on behalf of others. And there is no greater blessing than those that are willing to sacrifice their life for the sake of others. Albeit elected, duly elected, or appointed. This is our collective charter. Collective charter. Our nonprofits that are present, you have a role on the team. To those that, quote unquote, they don't have the stickers, to the business that don't have the stickers yet, there's plenty of room at the end. The train is pulling to the depot. Come join the team. There's plenty of room on the team for this work. But it takes work. All of us working together. And we know too that though we talk about the physical aspect of a disability, we also know that those that are having those issues, also the mental, behavioral, the overall wellness impacts associated with these disabilities. But it's not a curse. It's a blessing. And it gives us, God gives us another opportunity just to come together again on behalf of a great cause. And we all come together on behalf of a great woman. Taking that battle, keeping us aware of what's going on in the community. That grassroots level work, that community involvement work, that collective impact work starts and finishes and will continue at the Steelyard. And I am continuing to be a humble leader, because you have to serve with humility when advocating for others. But I am truly blessed in knowing that I'm not alone in this work. It gives me the great pleasure and distinction to introduce my colleague that's known in the community, but also too from her background, where she came, and who knows where she's going next. So stay tuned. Executive Director of the Office of Healthy Aging, the Honorable Meghan Connelly.
Well, Director Yarn is always such a tough act to follow, and I don't want anyone to think that Maria Samini is gone. I'm the Deputy Director at the Office of Healthy Aging, Meghan Connelly, and I'm pleased to be here on behalf of Maria. Some of you may know that it's Older Americans Month, so we are celebrating older adults across the state of Rhode Island, but part of our charge at the Office of Healthy Aging is to be the chief advocate for older adults, adults living with disabilities, and family caregivers. And I just want to say, it's so nice to see allies and colleagues here. I want to recognize Christina Amadeo, who is so essential to OHA and our work. We run the state's Aging and Disability Resource Center, which is an amazing resource for all of those cohorts I named. So I'm going to give a plug with a phone number. If you need help, call 401-462-4444. And as the chief advocate in the state, we could not ask for a better partner than Tina. I just want to say that. Tina is not shy, which I love. Tina always comes with great ideas and solutions, which I also love. So I thank her for ensuring that OHA is always thinking about accessibility. And please continue to come to us and use us as we need to. And again, thank you to state leaders and our municipal leaders. It's always nice to know that you do support the work that we all carry out each and every day. I met a gentleman today that I realized we knew because he's everywhere. So I'm really pleased to introduce Anthony Santurri.
Thank you very much for that. I like the celebration of the older generation because I am 65, so that's great. I'm a business owner, and I'm a business owner in the hospitality industry, bars, nightclub. And it's a challenge to be accessible unless you are going into a brand new space that you can build out yourself. But the first thing that happens is you're on a neighborhood association board, you're on the board of Pride, and someone like Tina comes and speaks to us 10 years ago. And I decide, let me walk over, and what did I do? When I walked over, the hook went in and she reeled me in. But anyway, what was good about that was even when we business owners want to do the right thing, try to do the right thing, you need to have someone who's the expert in every area to come in and show you that what you're doing is great. It's a great start. And I always use the example of the restrooms. It's not only about having the turn radius and understand size, but how do the other doors open? The door to that and the door next to it. Small things, these are small fixes. You wouldn't know. You would usually never know until you had someone like Tina give her time to come in to explain to you. So it's a process that's growing for business owners. There's a concern by business owners, as we all know. We're always concerned about things we don't understand. We're afraid to spend the money on something we don't understand. And that's why understanding it, working with someone like Tina to let you realize, even if you can't get to 100%, I love my city of Providence and I love my state. Some of our buildings, and one of mine is an older building. There's only so much I can do, but you can definitely do more. You can definitely improve. And with everything Tina does and everyone else, there are always new improvements that come along, and Tina is the person who is telling you about them. I just want to say thank you, Tina, truly, from all of us. Being a small state, sometimes people say, oh, you're a small state. But sometimes you get a lot more done when all of the people here know all of the people here and can pick up the phone and talk to all of the people and help all of the people in every way.
We all know a guy.
We don't use that phrase anymore, but but it really is truthful. It is. Anytime you need anything in this city and state, when you are an involved citizen, an elected official, the doors are open to you. And they will give you all the advice and their opinion you need to do better. And I think that's one of the greatest things about Providence and one of the greatest things about the state of Rhode Island. Thank you. Now I'm going to invite the man himself, Mr. Steelyard.
Howie. All right. Hello, everybody. It is really humbling to be here among such an amazing crowd that advocates for each other, takes risks to support each other, and has come to the Steelyard today to celebrate the great work that Tina has done and the hard work of this community. I want to thank all of our elected officials who've taken the time out of your days, and appointed officials as well, who are letting this message sink in and hearing from each other about the benefits of accessibility and collaboration from so many different perspectives. And as an arts organization, a community builder, the Steelyard has put accessibility as one of our central goals to make sure that everyone in our community can access the tools to express themselves, to build our culture, to celebrate the things that make us human and drive our daily decisions, and to imagine the future, and a future that is more accessible than today. It is really, again, Tina, thank you for all of your expert opinions, your support, the people you've brought to the Steelyard to help inform our decisions on how we manage the studio. But as we've talked about, accessibility is a long road, and today is nothing to the Steelyard other than a commitment to continuing our work to make this space safe and available to everyone in the community who wants to learn how to weld, blacksmith, do ceramics, jewelry, or participate in our public projects program that helps provide accessible amenities to communities throughout the state. To those mayors who have opened their doors in their cities, in their parks, to create more accessible spaces, thank you. And thank you from all the artists and the creative community that's gotten to benefit from having a more accessible, intergenerational space where people can really build and take pride in their work together. So all of that is a thank you to Tina, a happy birthday again to Tina, and now without further ado, Tina Gannett and Ramp. Thank you.
Trying not to pick up the podium, that would be bad. Good morning, everybody, and thank you all so much for coming. Everybody that's here today is well invested, and I do roll into their offices quite often to get my point across. But it's not a pushback. They're all very involved. They all welcome it. They all want it. Here's the thing. 55% of Rhode Islanders use a mobility aid. So if you're not opening your businesses to us, you're missing out on 55% of the community to spend money. We have trillions of dollars to spend. Let us spend them in your businesses. We're fighting for this not to hurt you, to help you, to raise you, to uplift you, to let more people in. Homes and private houses are a lot harder to become accessible. We should be building them accessible from the very start. But we can't visit our friends and family. So give us public spaces to do so. And that's exactly what RAMP is all about. Why I chose to pick business events and organizations, so we have places to gather. We want to dance, we want to drink, we want to have fun, we want to go out and party, we want to be included in weddings and places of involvement. We can't do that if you don't let us in the damn door. So open your doors to us. Open your doors. Let us help you. It's all free. We can make it happen. And thanks to the Secretary of State's office, there is a grant. It's called the WorkAbility Grant. You can go on our resource page, or you can go on the Secretary of State's resource page. It's called the WorkAbility Grant. It gives every business $5,000 to start the process of becoming ADA. I'm going to hear, no, you can't make yourself completely accessible, $5,000. The more we use it, the more we can fight to raise that amount to get more and more money. And there's also $15,000 worth of tax breaks each and every year once you become compliant, or at least start the process. Then you can keep going over and over again. It's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. You want people like me and Janine and Mike and Jen and everybody else here like us. You want us in your establishments. We come with friends. We come with family. We don't come alone. We come with people. And you're missing out on amazing people. You could hire us. I could actually work at your business as long as you're accessible. I can train you how to teach your employees how to become accessible, how to interact with the disabled community, and it's all free. So what do you have to lose? But you have everything in the world to gain. I'm going to be going around, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, months, or whatever, with a lot of the mayors to promote the businesses in their cities that are accessible. Because the way this program is going to work is I come and do a roll through, you become compliant, you get a beautiful sticker on your window and your door. You will get the logo for your website. So that way everybody who goes to your website knows that your mobility aid accessible. You will also have a listing on our website with your logo, with everything that's going on at your business. So we're promoting you, again, for free on our website. And then eventually down the road, we're going to get some great grant money, we hope, to make this into an app. So that way we will have a Rhode Island stamp of approval app that now anybody coming to visit our gorgeous state, because I love my ocean state, I just want to get to the oceans, we need to make it more accessible. If we can fix Rhode Island, we can be the leader around the country. This is something that's starting in Rhode Island. We are a leader of something. Let's keep the track going. Let's make it where we're 100% accessible and we can be the rock star of the country. Wouldn't that be amazing? So now we have already done the roll through the beautiful Steelyard. Howie, let's have a signing of, there is a contract, so you can't misuse Grant's name. If you do any construction on your business, once we give you your sticker, you just kind of got to let us know. So if you would sign our contract. I wonder whose pen that is, right? Perfect, and I will sign off on it. And if you can all turn to the door, we have already put the first sticker on the door. So look at how beautiful that sticker is. That is a tremendous leap in a positive direction to let accessibility be a priority. And as I always say, it's a beautiful day when we celebrate accessibility. So be the ideal. Inclusion, diversity, equity, accessibility. The idea is to open your perspective to everyone and allow everyone through your doors. Thank you very much. Thank everybody for coming, and let's get those stickers out there.
I think now we have to officially say happy birthday, right?
Oh.
Yay! 1, 2, and 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tina. Happy birthday to you.
That's it. That's all we got.
Hey, Howie, you didn't make a steel cake.
All right.